And we're live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to our Thursday Hangout live stream Q&A thing that we do every Thursday. Take some Patreon questions in from Patreon and from YouTube members. Got some from both places this week. Off topic and on topic. We'll talk guitar stuff until 9, and then we will go off topic after that. As always, these are ad free, so if you want to support the channel, you can use a super chat if you like during the live stream to support what we're doing. You can also use the links in the description to support the companies that support us. There is a link in the description. This is totally off topic, but I'll just tell you right now, in case I forget, but I won't. Atlas Stationers is having a 20% off sale tomorrow because tomorrow is Fountain Pen Day. So I'm going to do a live stream on the other channel tomorrow about our entire fountain pen collection. It's going to take a while, but it'll be fun.
Our entire collection?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to stream our entire collection.
That's a lot of pens.
Mm-hmm. But it's Fountain Pen Day, so that's what we're going to do. Anyway, so you can do that. You can also go to our website at Dylan Talks Tone and support the channel that way. I'm sorry if the camera shakes because the puppy may kick the leg of the tripod because he's right there. He's already done it twice. Also, we have some new stuff on the website. We have a bunch of really cool new pickups. These new rifle filigree things that we're doing are really neat. We also have our capacitor test kit is back on the website after the video on Monday. Those have been selling like hotcakes. So if you want one of those, you can get those. And yeah, there you go.
Cool. Before we get started, I'm going to share this.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I can't hear it. Because Tony Leonardi is celebrating 5 months of membership.
Oh, thanks, man.
I like that it tells us about those. Pretty cool.
I appreciate that.
I think maybe he has to tell us. I don't know.
It comes up as a little flagged thing.
Does it?
Yeah.
How come I don't see everybody's then? Or does it have to be on the day, or do we know?
I don't know the answer to that, actually.
That's why I thought maybe they could tell us. Because he made a comment right after that, so.
Gotcha.
Because I think it comes up to them like a free super chat, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I don't know what your question is, so I'm grabbing some things that look like answers. Are you ready to get started with
Yeah, because we're going to talk about guitar players, so that's probably what you're doing.
All right.
Yeah, which is the very first question should be.
Zoltan. He always has the good ones, huh?
Yeah.
Deep thought. Zoltan, hey, Leslie and Dylan. Thanks for your service to the community, even on Carved Pumpkin Night. Who are modern-day guitar players who, you would say, sound awesome, as in have their own signature killer tones? I find that most of those marketed as such just reproduce what the likes of Petrucci, EVH, SRV, name Boomer Guitar Hero, have already done. Still impressive guitar playing, but so boring to listen to by now.
That's a great question. So, I actually didn't read that whole question when I put it in there because I didn't really want to ruin it for myself. I want y'all to get in the comments and tell me what you think. I read enough of that question to put it up for the thumbnail, but I did not really think about this, and I actually didn't hear the second part. So, yeah. What do y'all think?
There's like a resounding response. For one, it surprises me. I mean, I don't know who it is also. So maybe I shouldn't be surprised.
Well, let's take that one down since it's so long. I've got the question in mind.
Okay.
And we'll just talk about it for a few minutes.
All right.
You got a super chat in there too, or is that...
Yep,
okay.
it is the wrong thing. Things are moving. This is a super chat from Searching for Tone. Good thing Dylan talks tone. It's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the super chat. He says, my puppy ate a piece of my wife's flip-flop today. He is cramping my style. Daddy dog daycare, thumbs down.
Yeah, I'm exhausted from chasing Puppy for the last 2 weeks, but he's getting better. We're working on some stuff. He's getting better. Okay, so right off the rip, I'm going to give you two. I'm actually, these would be two that I personally think, and actually I didn't think of the second one until just now. But the very first one I'm going to give you is John 5. I think John 5 is, now he may be able to play all of those styles that you mentioned and mimic them, but as a result of that, he has his own signature sound, because who does banjo rolls at 1,000,000 miles an hour with a ton of gain? Like, he has, to me, pushed forward traditional playing in a different way because he combines all the styles together. He's one of my, in my opinion, he is right now the most versatile, best guitar player on earth. He's my favorite. Another one that just came to mind would be Tim Henson. Tim Henson is, his style is very unique because he is it's almost classical, but not in the Yngwie Malmsteen style of classical. I don't know. I really like his playing too. And then who's the Asian girl? We were watching the songwriting thing. I forget.
That could just do anything.
Yeah, she just sat down and Yvette. Is it her name, Yvette Young or Yvette?
I wouldn't know if you said it.
I can't remember. Anyway, she's incredible too. Because of the composition style and the two-hand style that she has. It's not EVH. It's not, it's completely different. So I really like that. I think a lot of these newer players are fusing a lot of the people that you're talking about. They're fusing and they're pushing past it with that stuff. Plus, they're also playing guitars that you don't normally play. Yeah, Yvette Young. Thank you. Yes. Yep. So that would be my right off the rip. And then there's older guitar players that, if you just want to put guitar players in unique sound range, for me, I'm a massive Dinosaur Jr. fan. I have almost all of their records. I really love him. I love his guitar playing. I love his voice. I like how weird it all is, because it's not normal. Yeah, those would be the thing. To kind of go back in time a little bit, and then also super modern stuff. There's where I would start.
You want to hear what folks are saying?
Let's do it.
All right, I'm just going to start back at the top. Some folks were sending stuff before
we even started,
specific. Yeah. Leif, Leif, Leif Gramson. This is a great question. Personally, I have no idea. I would say the quality of players today may well be at an all-time high, but it can't be a contest about virtuosity splitting hairs. I think it will be a player who brings something absolutely new and different, using the guitar for the sound in their head rather than the polished, now common, I know, but it is, virtuoso.
Yep, I agree. I 100% agree. And not just about replicating a tone, but finding one. Right? Searching for tone guy.
Mr. Goat said, topic, no one comes to mind. Sad. Paris Thalheimer says Chris Buck, Ian Thornley, Stacy Mitches. Then sent Chris Buck again.
A lot of people really like Chris Buck.
Paris again, Chris Buck. Maybe it wasn't a resounding, it was the same person telling me the same person.
Yeah, people really like Chris Buck anyways.
BC Rich 581 said, maybe rather than looking for a couple of new guitarists to listen to, try to find some new styles of music to listen to. Try classical, flamenco, bluegrass, etc.
So here's what I do with that. When I'm in the car, I will just let, Apple Music play or whatever, and I will search for, or I'll take a suggestion from you. Like a lot of times you'll say, hey, go check out this particular artist or whatever. And then I will put that into Apple Music, and then Apple Music will like algorithm that and like go off on some genre that is similar. And so then I'll end up way down some rabbit hole that I didn't start with, and usually discover a couple of people when we do that.
So the other day, I was with Brianna. We're in my car, so my music came on. I don't realize this. It's really low. So we're sitting, waiting to get out of the neighborhood because we went at the wrong time of day.
Yep.
And we're just sitting there, and I was like, where's the ice cream truck? There's like that creepy music, like the ice cream truck. Where is that coming from? And she was like, what are you listening to? And I was like, that's my music. And I turned it up. I was like, I have no, and it was on like, you know, it creates, I don't know where it gets some of this stuff. Like when it creates a station for you, I have no idea what, I mean, I couldn't tell you now what it was, but it was creepy.
Yeah, but I think that's fun because I think you end up finding.
It wasn't that.
It wasn't that time. But I'm just saying that's what happens.
Yeah.
You end up down off on some other thing that you didn't know you knew.
I don't do creepy ice cream truck music though.
No, well, yeah.
All right. Logical Q says Josh. I don't know if it's meter or meter. Josh, meter, meter. I don't know. Travon Logan says Isaiah Sharkey, when he releases music, is definitely worth listening to. Amazing player. Been on tour with Mayer and plays for D'Angelo.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know he was still playing. Like, isn't that old? Like R&B? Robert Hastings says, hello, Leslie and Dylan. I was able to see many, quote, guitar heroes before they were heroes in Austin during the 70s. The only one I picked was SRV. I enjoyed them all. That would be cool, like, to not know.
Yep.
Before they were famous. Let's see.
We always say that. Everybody was just some local band somewhere at some point.
Matthew Altamir says, I think when people start comparing so-and-so as the next Hendrix or SRV, it makes it near impossible to live up to those expectations. Rather, say, you need to hear, I guess.
I'm 100% in agreement with that. Yeah. I don't need a comparison to older stuff, and I feel like there is so much good music out there now, and there are so many talented people. I mean, even just on my Instagram every day, I'm like, holy smokes, this dude's good. Like, or you go on TikTok for half an hour, you're going to find somebody. You know? Yeah, it's not the same way you found them when we were younger, but that's the beauty of how it is now, you know?
All right, trying to grab a few more. You never talk when I want you to, and
Oh, sorry.
a lot when I don't want you to. Let's see. Okay, I think I caught it. Back to the comments. Logical Q says, I don't, if is it Pliny?
Oh, yeah.
Has the most signature sound of the modern players. At least his name is on the plugin.
Yeah, that's true.
Benny's World said, I think if he's only hearing EVH, SRV, Petrucci, then he's probably not explored Polyphia, Tozen Abasi, Ichika Ito, Mateus Asado, etc.
Yep. All of those bands.
Rusty Shackelford said Jack White. Sunbase says John 5 Rocks. Rusty Shackelford said Daniel Donato.
Oh, yeah. We saw Danny Donato when he was, 19 years old or something?
Too young to be in a bar.
Too young to be in a bar. It was right when JD was still there. Or was just leaving or something.
Leaving. I think that's why we went.
Yeah.
Was realizing what was happening in that bar.
Yeah, because it wasn't, I don't know if it was JD's last night, but it was it was transitioning to Danny Donato.
Yeah, he was really new.
At Robert's Western World in Nashville.
Yeah.
And I've become friends with JD Simo over the years after that, but that was a neat thing to watch. because they were both there. And then the next time we went, it was just Daniel Donato.
Hogman Hawk says probably a YouTuber like Ola or some country player.
Oh yeah, country music also. Country music is full of incredible guitar players.
Jose Daniel Zamora P said, funny that people always talk about Polyphia and refer to Tim and not the other guy. Something Lepage. Sorry, I don't know him either.
Yeah, the other guy.
The other
Do you think
guy.
he probably is like, yeah, no, I'm the... does he hi, how you doing? I'm the other guy. Yeah.
Is it Polyphia? Am I even saying it right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
More or less.
Rusty Shackelford said, you may have all of Dinosaur Jr.'s records, but I went deaf for 3 days because of them.
Dude, me too. A couple times. Yes. They're the loudest ass band ever.
Trevone Logan says, Frederick Holland I'd also add as an incredible guitarist. Has some tunes on Spotify, but has been more of a session player.
You know who else I really like? And I know it's just cover stuff, but just the inevitable, there's like the incredible talent is that Luca Spaghetti guy. Is his name Straganoli or Stricoli or something?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, you know him. He's the guy that does all the acoustic covers, and he has like multi-neck guitars and stuff, and he does all the acoustic covers of like hip hop songs and stuff.
Like on TikTok?
No, on YouTube.
No, I don't know.
You would if I showed you.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You had me at guitar and hip hop, so maybe I need
Oh,
to know
you
if
know.
I don't know.
Yeah. I can't remember what his name is now, but Luke something. Anyway. Yeah.
Let's see. Trevone Logan said, I think it's more that guitars aren't included on popular radio music anymore and neither are solos. Great players are around, you just need to look for it, but it isn't heralded as it once was.
I 100% disagree. Because if you look at popular music now, they all have guitar players. Even the poppiest poppy stuff. I was listening to Jelly Roll the other day, and I'm like, this dude, not only is he an incredible songwriter and has an incredible voice, but he's a 3-chord guy. But all of our heroes were 3, Johnny Cash, all that stuff was all super simple stuff. I don't care about guitar solos. I've never really cared about guitar solos, ever. I have always cared about riffs and hooks. Like, that's always been my thing, because that's what I play. So, yeah, this guy. I know you've seen him before with me. See, we've watched that video. That video shows that we've watched it, and I know I watched it with you.
How do you know you watched it with me? I
'Cause-
don't remember that at all.
Really?
No.
Well, afterwards, I will leave this up, and we will do that. Because he's incredible. Luca Stragnoli is what his name is.
You call him Spaghetti.
Yeah, I know he's Italian something.
Wow.
Lasagna something.
That's so sad. Don't do that. Sorry, catching up. And then probably should move on after this.
Yeah,
round.
no, that's great.
Sorry, I'm still. Apparently, folks were really getting into it now.
I'm glad. That's good. I love this.
All right. It's like it didn't grab them. Maybe it did. Phil Grochel says, are they considered the next big thing if you're just discovering them, but they've been around for 10 years or more? I get that.
It takes 10 years sometimes for people to break out. I mean, it really does.
Benny's World said Scott LePage. LePage? I don't even know. Steve's Guitar says Guthrie Govan.
Yep.
Guthrie Trap.
Yep.
Apparently he likes the Guthries.
Yep.
Got another John Own 6 can't play any Roddy Scott LePage. Sunbase says Justin Johnson is pretty dang good. He rocks a shovel slide.
Oh, yeah.
Dog Dr. Tim says Taz Niderar.
I've never heard that before.
Taz. Can't forget that.
Mm-mm.
And then Jose Daniel Zamora P said, regarding this subject, I love how Vertex YouTube has been highlighting session players. Like the most recent is the guy that plays on Frozen and Cobra Kai. That is really cool.
That is cool. Yep. I have a friend. I should get him on the podcast. All he does is commercials and video games, and he has a studio in his house in California, and he makes his entire living on writing stuff for, like, he's a rock star, but you don't know it, but you do because you've heard him on commercials. You know what I mean? Like, so there's so many different ways to do this stuff. It's pretty neat.
All right. Want to go to more Patreon?
Yeah, let's do it.
Offbeat bass gear. Are there any real advantages to an active pickup system using 18 volts versus 9 volts? I have a couple of basses with a single 9-volt active system as well as a few with 18 volts, and I'm curious as to the reason some run at 9 and some run at 18.
Typically, on your 18, you can pull a battery out and run it on 9. Try that. You'll find that it will hit the amp completely differently. There is a reason, especially on a bass. On a guitar, I've never really messed with it on a guitar or heard of anybody messing with it on a guitar, but I know on a bass for sure, it will hit the preamp a lot harder, big time. I built a 5-string for a guy, and we put an 18-volt system in it, and you could run it with 9 volts or 18, and it completely changed it. Like, it was a more button, for sure. I don't know how to quantify it because I'm not a bass player, but it was more, for sure.
Michael, do you both sleep under a Faraday cage anti-EMF canopy?
Nope.
We sleep in the bag, right?
We
What are
sleep in
those
the bag,
What are
yeah.
those bags that you can get that you told me about that I never heard of and never heard of again?
Oh, yeah. Like a
For your cell phone or something?
RFID bag, like for, yeah, where you can put all your stuff in it so people can't like,
track.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what we sleep in.
Yep. It's like a sleeping
We
bag
have
like
a
that.
queen size.
A queen size one. That'd be so hot. Like
It's
foil.
not in that right. This
Like foil. It's so gross. Ugh.
so gross. I mean, is that a real question or is that like
That was
sarcasm?
a real question. I think it was kind of sarcasm, but I think it was also a real question. Oh, I
But it
know
was like
it
an
was.
attack, like do you wear
No,
a metal
I think he was
helmet,
being
or-
funny. I think he was being funny, but he was also making fun of the fact that we were talking about shielding the other day, and I said Faraday cages were stupid because they don't really do anything in
Gotcha.
a guitar. People don't like to hear that, so.
I thought that was like, do you have a tinfoil hat or something? Efstathios, good evening, Leslie and Dylan. I recently acquired a Yamaha Revstar RS620 Brick Burst. It looks cool, plays pretty well, and sounds decent, but could greatly benefit from more articulate, pickups, especially for high gain. What would you recommend? DAFs? Something else? Also, would you suggest keeping the intricate wiring with the dry push-pull switch or changing it for a more traditional 3-way straightforward one?
I like that circuit that's in that guitar. I think it's really cool. I had one of those for a little while. I think it's really neat. I would either put our DAFs in there or our Thruxtons in there. the A2 pickups, the A2 Thruxtons are pretty hot. So if you want to play a little higher gain, they're going to be more slashy. The DAFs are going to be real, vintage style, PAF style. He is so funny.
All right, that was all the ones that came in previously.
Cool.
Would you like some of the other ones?
Yes.
I already read his other comment, so I want to call this one out. Dog Dr. Tim
Okay.
showed up. He said, late to the party, work, and my wife got to ring the no mo chemo bell today. I had to check on her after getting home late. Rock on.
That's really cool,
That's
man.
awesome. Congratulations.
Yes.
I hate seeing those videos because I don't even have to know the person. They make me cry. Like when they ring the bell. I'm like, oh, it's awesome. Jose Daniel Zamora P says, hello everyone. What pickups would you recommend to go from a Gibson 57 Classics to get more output and sustain, especially on the bridge? It's for an Epiphone SG, if that matters as well.
DAFs, for sure. Yep.
And then he also said, my Cerakotes just got cleared from customs, by the way. Can't wait to install them.
Excellent.
Now I have to scroll because this thing doesn't like me. Scrolling back because missed some things. Trebone Logan said, I haven't listened to Jelly Roll. Is there a great guitar playing in his music like what we're talking that will make people recognize the guitar?
No, he's a singer-songwriter. So,
He doesn't play guitar with those, is he?
Yeah.
Oh. I've never seen him with a guitar. Let's see. John Own 6 can't play any. Roddy says, one of my favorite guitarists to watch. Time changes, unique, awesome signature guitar, Dusty Waring. Chad Gates says Yvette Young is pretty awesome and has a different sound.
Yes. Super unique.
Phil Grochel says, have you ever... Oh, gosh, I just lost my place. Phil Grochel says, have you ever heard of a band called The Dead South? They describe their music as bluegrass meets rock. One of their songs is called In Hell I'll Be in Good Company. Very catchy tune.
I have not heard of them.
Guitar Hoodlum 1 said, remember, there is some small Asian kids that will always be better.
That's right. Those are the videos that I always share. I'm like, when people are like, I can only play this particular fret size and whatever. Meanwhile, there's some Korean kid, like, playing some classical guitar with a neck this big, and he's just, like, shredding on the thing, and you're like, okay, I'll stop complaining now. Because my radius isn't exactly what I want, or my fret size is a little off.
Zombie Noob 410 said, I've got a question about how SRV got his guitar so quiet video. Didn't he use a dummy coil? How come that wasn't covered?
That wasn't covered because I couldn't accurately is the right word, tell you exactly how Martinez hooked it up for him. I had a conversation with him about it once, and I forgot some of the details, and I couldn't include it. And so I actually, because I have one of Stevie Ray's dummy coils, and so I made one for that video, and I put it in there, and it didn't do what I wanted it to do, and I'm like, I'm hooking this up wrong. and I could not get the information correctly, so I did not include it. I don't like to put stuff in there that I speculate about when we're talking about something like Stevie Ray, so that's why I did not put it in there. That being said, the guitar's not noisy. Strat pickups are not as noisy as everybody thinks they are, especially these days. Like the stuff we make, it's not noisy. It's just not. I mean, it's noisier than a humbucker, but it's not noisy. So I don't really worry about it as much.
Vinny's World said, talking about rock star session players, Blues Saraceno went from his short stint with Poison to doing primarily TV film soundtrack work.
Yep. I know a lot of those guys from that era did that. His head is in the, like, so funny.
Bear51 says, hey buddy, I'm kind of in a rush and I hope I'm not too late, but I need some P90 pickups for Gibson Epiphone. But they got to be humbucker size because I want him to be able to fit right in. Do you have?
We do not have direct fit humbucker sized P90s. Our Enduros are like that, but they are not P90s. They're a little more single coily. So I guess the real answer is no.
Timothy Ziegler. Hello all. Sean Mann hits it hard and he just released his first CD. Tony Leonardi says Dead South rocks.
I have heard that name before, but I don't know that I could relate it to anything.
It's Victoria G. Believe me, I learned that lesson early in Suzuki violin. There's always an Asian 6-year-old that can play a Vivaldi concerto with better technique and tone than you could dream.
Oh yeah, I know. Every time I see any of these young kids play, even on Instagram, like there's some dude in a bedroom somewhere that's just like ripping it, and you're like, oh my gosh. That's why I do what I do instead of play guitar for a living. I can make you sound good better than I can make me sound good.
Jose Daniels of RP said, I was catching up at 2x and suddenly it went to normal speed and it felt like some kind of edible kicked in.
That's awesome.
That is really funny. All right, 8:32.
And we're out of questions?
Nothing pending.
Really?
Yes.
How many people are watching?
Not many.
Not many. Well, I mean, it is trick-or-treat night. People might be out in their driveway. We need to show people this puppy. This puppy is driving me nuts over here. Hilarious. Can we... Does it click to start right there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jeez, just got him all exposed.
Yep. He is sleeping with his head underneath the blanket and then just completely just knocked out. Anyway, there you go. Some indecent doggy for you.
Wow. I don't think you should probably say that term together.
Yeah. Oh. That's it, huh?
Yep.
Well,
We'll just sit here and wait for the comments to roll in. You got something else
I
to
guess.
talk about? Ooh, Phil Grosel said he had 165 trick-or-treaters tonight.
Holy smokes, that was a serious output of candy. We didn't have one knock on our door. It's probably because I have a big sign on my front of my house that says, no soliciting, don't knock on my door, don't leave flyers. We have a serious problem with solicitation. 3 solicitors came up our driveway today and turned around and left.
Good for them. I'm glad they know how to read.
Yep. The ones that don't know how to read are the ones that are hilarious. But I also did put our doorbell on Do Not Disturb.
So how do you know if anybody came? Well, the camera never
The
went.
camera would still tell you.
I think it's because most of them were young, so they were out early, and people were outside.
There was a lot of people like sitting at the end of their driveways and stuff. Yeah. Plus, you're mean in the Facebook group all the time, so.
Yeah, don't walk in my yard.
Yeah. We are on,
Maybe that's why.
we're on a corner lot. Like, we have a corner. We have, I don't know, it's probably 200 feet of curb because it goes around. We have a half acre and it goes around this, the front yard goes around this long curb. And so kids cut across our grass all
Yeah,
the
we're
time.
not in a corner. We're on a curve.
Yeah, we're on the inside of a big curve. And so people cut across our grass all the time. And Leslie will catch them on the cameras and post it in the Facebook group and all the other moms that don't have kids
Have an opinion.
have an opinion.
Yeah.
Or it's not their kid, I mean. Yeah. We're that neighbor.
I don't ask for much.
Nope. Get off my lawn.
That's all it is. And like the other day, I saw a guy, I think he was a teenager. He might have been an adult. I don't know. Cut across our yard. But it was because he was with a kid on a bike and like the kid was like leaving him. So he like tore across our yard to try to catch the kid.
Oh, to like
That's
cut him
like
off over
legit.
there? Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
care
yeah.
about that.
Yeah. No.
He had a reason to be there.
Yeah. But what happens a lot of times, because the way our house is positioned, is it ends up that people will cut across our driveway almost between our cars and then come almost right down our front sidewalk and right past Brianna's bedroom window. Like,
Or the front door and
or the
your
front
bedroom,
door. Like, I mean, like 5 feet from it. Not like way out there.
Unnecessary.
Yeah. It's kind of a thing.
I wouldn't even care if everybody was on that side of the tree. I would never care.
Oh, because we have a tree out there that if they went
Yeah.
around the outside,
I
they would
wouldn't
be
even
fine.
care.
Yeah.
But this side of the tree and my sidewalk is too close.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
It's not unreasonable.
I keep telling you, I found Civil War replica cannons that we could put in the front yard.
I don't even think people would be smart enough to know what that was.
It's true. I also found a replica Gatling gun.
Can you get like landmines?
Landmines.
Booby
I mean,
traps?
we could put we could put like motion control fountains that you got wet. That would be awesome.
I would have to have a lot of force.
That would be amazing. Like a motion controlled fire hose.
It's probably illegal in
It's
some
probably
way.
some sort of liability thing. I'd get sued because somebody ruined their iPhone or something.
Anyway.
Oh, super chat.
Uh-oh. Keep
Like,
us back on track.
like,
Keep us
get back on
yeah.
topic.
What are you even talking about?
Oh my gosh.
John owns 16 can't play any Roddy. Thank you for the super chat, John. He said, Halloween coffee money. We only had 140 kids this year. We've had 330 in the past. In a guitar playing slump. Can't bring myself to pick up a guitar. But you have 16.
Me too. I'm a bit in a slump as well. I don't know that I've picked up a guitar in a week. I mean, well, I did for a video, but I played it for like 5 minutes.
It's because you got a new puppy and you're tired.
It is because I got, well, that's true. Because I'm not sleeping real well because this goofy thing wants to wake me up every 4 hours. He doesn't even want anything. He sleeps next to my bed, like, on the floor, and
He just needs to know you're
he
there.
just wants to know I'm there. So he'll, like, he's tall enough now where he can, like, poke up over the side of the mattress and, like, he'll poke me and wake me up. And I'll be like, hey, buddy, and he'll just roll back down and go to sleep. Like, he just wants to make sure I didn't leave him. But 3 times a night, though. And then he was sick the other night. His food he wasn't agreeing with, so we were having some digestive problems that we're trying to work through. Weimaraners are real sensitive to that, so just making sure we got him on the right food. So we were working with that the other night, which meant cleaning up dog puke at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool.
Good times, good times. Get a dog, they said.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I don't know where I was at.
It might be also why we're kind of like dry for tons of high energy content tonight too, because and you have a really busy day too, because she's got to speak next week in Las Vegas,
And I'm not ready.
and so she's been working overtime to get that ready.
It's my own fault. So.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been a busy week.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sean McMillan said Indecent Doggy Style sounds like a great band name.
I know, right? We shipped a lot of parts this week, though. October was really busy. This is, obviously we only have a few hours left in October, but October was very busy, but we are caught up. So if you order something right now, the wait won't be very long because I worked really hard. My goal was to end the month basically caught up.
He's going to be by himself all next week, so give him all the work.
That's right. She's going to be out of town, so I'll just be sitting here working. So now's the time if you need to order something. Probably tomorrow we're going to put some more stuff on the Last Chance page. I got a bunch of pickup covers in there that I'd laser etched for experiments and for pictures and stuff, and maybe designs that we didn't.
Tomorrow or Saturday?
I'm going to I've been putting up the Last Chance stuff on Friday, and then I don't have a new design for Saturday. I'll have to figure that out. I've got some stuff in the can, so.
All right. Jose Daniel Zamora said, "What's a solicitor? Like an encyclopedia seller? Do
Yes.
people still sell encyclopedias?"
Yes, and actually that's interesting because, yes, like a door-to-door salesman. So because in other countries a solicitor is a lawyer. So that's, yes.
Good clarification.
Yep. No lawyering on my porch. I don't want any lawyers on my porch either.
Agreed. Let's see. Trevon Logan says, "Can I float my bridge without taking out my strings? Just loosening the springs and adjusting tuning?"
We have a video on that. How to float a Strat tremolo in 10 minutes. And you can do it in 10 minutes. Super easy. And no, you should keep the strings on and you should keep it tuned up to pitch. And all you need is a screwdriver and a pack of Post-it notes or a deck of playing cards.
Estadio says, "Need to come up with a question. TTG Challenger with P90s or DAFs?"
P90s all day.
It's Victoria G said, "Makina tone," is that a word? "Ribbons came in this week and I had all of these ideas, but now it seems it's here. I'm overwhelmed. Seems so cool though." Kinatone? Is that a word? Kinatone?
I don't know what that is.
Oh. Kinotone? I don't. Let's see. Hawkman Hawk says, "Kid came home and one of the houses had a sign out. 'Stop ringing my doorbell, you little sheets.'"
Nice.
Phil Grogel said, "Honestly, I would probably welcome an encyclopedia salesperson in the door. I'm curious what one looks like these days." I don't know if anybody even makes them.
No.
We had a whole conversation the other day about encyclopedias and thesauruses because Brianna said she knew what a thesaurus was and she obviously didn't. And then she just changed the subject because she didn't want to talk about it anymore.
That's funny. That's funny.
Max Headroom says, "Do you have a big house?" No.
No. Regular house.
Rusty Shackelford said, we have a school up the hill from us, and the kids walk through one of my neighbor's lawns because there's no sidewalk. If it was my house, I'd be yelling at kids or putting up fences."
Yeah, we don't have any sidewalks either, but we also don't have any fence. Yeah. Off topic hour, I'll fill you in on that whole ordeal.
But we also don't have any schools nearby, and
no.
The bus goes by our house, so there's not like they need some kind of outlet.
Yeah, it's not like the bus stop is over there and all the kids are over there. It's, yeah.
BC Rich 581 says, "How about a catapult or ballista?" I don't know what that is.
Catapult.
Let's see. Sean McMillan said, "I vote motion controlled paintball gun."
I mean, I'm down. At least laser pointer.
Sunbay says, interface the sprinkler system with sensors to spray solicitors.
Well, that's kind of what I was getting at.
There's sprinklers out there.
Yeah.
I don't know how to make them work, but there's sprinklers out
They're
there.
out there. I don't want to pay the water bill for that.
Invisible Cord of Life says
Nice.
Buckethead as always.
Dude, Buckethead's incredible. And his style is so different. But at the same time, so here's my thing about Buckethead. 3 songs and I'm good. I don't need to watch him for 3 hours. Because what he does is what he does. And I don't need to stand there for 3 hours to see it. But what he does is very cool.
John on 16 can't play any Roddy says our dogs do well with Purina Pro for sensitive stomachs.
That's what we just put him on.
Coincidentally. That's
what
what
we
we
just
ordered
put
at
him
like
on.
10 o'clock last night.
Yeah. We're doing the switch over to that as we speak.
Trevon Logan says, well then, Dylan, since you do like riffs, do you have a favorite one in recent music?
In recent music, I don't know. No, I can't think of one off the top of my head. But there will be times where we will be listening to music in the car. And I'll be like, I'll tell her, I'll be like, hang on, and I'll turn this up and I'll be like, okay, I don't care about this song at all, but this riff right here is awesome. Like, I will do that. I do it a lot.
So then it's Victoria G said, Weimaraners always make me think of those Sesame Street vignettes with the Weimaraner's head on a human body. Does anyone remember that?
I do.
And then said, whoops, I guess that wasn't the same person. Where did it go? BC Rich 581 said that and those paintings that the man does of his Weimaraners. I don't know about paintings.
Yeah, I'm not like weird dog guy. I don't need like earrings made out of my dog and stuff.
Ew, what?
You know, like people, I'm not a girl, so I don't wear earrings, but like people
Only
have...
girls wear earrings? What was that about?
Well, I'm not that metal anymore. I'm just saying, you know, there's a lot of dog people that are like, they gotta have pictures of their dogs on everything, and like dogs on their towels and dogs on their everything, and I'm not that.
Yet.
No, I've never have been. I love having a dog, but I'm not, it's a dog. Like, it is a beast that lives in your home.
A beast?
Yeah, it is. And he's really cool, and I love him, and he's super lovable, and he's awesome, but he's a dog.
Jose Daniels Amorpi said, I'm a lawyer, but no soliciting. Good to know.
That's right.
It's Victoria G said, in the U.S., solicitors equals peddlers.
Yes, exactly. But in a lot of other countries, solicitor is lawyer, so... Yeah.
Benny's World said, my UK colleagues are all solicitors.
Yep.
Kyle Ketchamonia says, I pick up my tea bender tomorrow from my stepdad.
Cool.
Jose Daniels Amorpi said, I've given my car to new neighbors, though. Is that soliciting? Probably.
Kyle, so let's talk about Kyle really quick. Well,
how's that new table working out?
it's working out awesome.
Don't let the dog lick it up. Is he awake?
No.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess we'll clean that up later. There's gin and tonic down the side of my couch now.
Good
I got this cool little table that goes on the top of your, you know, the thing that goes on the top of your, this is a Chesterfield, right? So I have the wide arm. So I got the little thing to put on it so I could, like, have a drink on it. Tipped it over just now. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh, Kyle. So I don't want to get specifically into Kyle's idea because I don't want to. I don't remember how much he talked about. Yeah, he talked a little bit about it. So I bring up Kyle's idea because I want people to be inspired by it. He sent me. He's the second person now to send me a drawing, a piece of art that meant something to him, that he wanted to have etched on the top of a pickup. And so I buy these packs of aluminum business cards, and so we do tests on these aluminum business cards. And so I sent him a picture of the test of his drawing, and he's like, heck yeah, let's put it on the top of a P90. So that's what we're going to do. So if there's something that you're interested in, I mean, I don't know anybody else that's doing this kind of stuff. It's super fun, and it's not that expensive. I mean, as long as I don't have to spend a ton of time on the drawing itself. That one I had to clean up a little bit and do a few little things, but I mean, as long as it's not super, super intense, and you send me a quality file that I can work with, it's not real expensive. I mean, you could pretty much add $20 or $30 to a pickup and have it on there. Like, it wouldn't be that big a deal. For the cool factor of that, that's pretty neat, you know. So hopefully other people get inspired by that and want to do it too, you know.
It's Victoria G said, oh, also an old schoolmate after Hurricane Milton said everyone was fine. Only damage was a destroyed fence. If you know, you know. And because of your hurricane fence debacle, I did know.
Ugh, yeah. The cool part is the insurance company gave me less than half of what a new one costs. So that's cool.
Dr. Tim said, you will be happy with the Pro Plan SS and S. Just give him time to adjust.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. I also figured out that I think I need to feed him a little more and his growing body. Oh yeah, Dr. Tim would know this crap.
This crap.
Because he's a dog doctor.
Yeah.
He's doing good, though. We're training him. I'm doing some long line training in the backyard. And
Jose Daniels of Poor P is always the one. Something happens and he's like, in case you were wondering if we were live.
That's right.
You just spilled your
because
drink.
I just spilled my drink. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely live.
Definitely live.
And it's probably definitely just settling on in. Rusty Shackelford said, what are the odds that that's the first time that's happened with as many live streams as you've done? The odds are like 100% because he just got it. It's like the first time you've used it.
Yeah. I haven't even sat in this couch since I got it. It's been here for 2 days.
Oh.
And I haven't even used it.
And when he was showing it to me today, y'all, so I have a computer over here, you can see, but he's showing me how it works so good, and he's moving around. I was like, dude, you have a drink on there. He was like, it's not going to go anywhere. And he's like bragging about his little table, and then
so I figured out what happened, though.
Gone.
The pillow got hooked underneath it.
Sure.
No, that's what happened. The pillow got hooked underneath it. What happened was the pillow got hooked underneath it, and it tipped it up. We could go to the replay.
Not right now, because we're live.
Not right now. But if you wanted to, you could go to the replay.
Nah.
Anyway. You see how stressed out I am about it.
Paul McKeever, can you tell us anything about asymmetric wound humbuckers? For example, do they buck the hum less than symmetrically wound humbuckers? Can that hum be offset with a dummy coil?
So that's an interesting question because it is based on a lot of assumptions and a couple of myths. Okay? First of all, there's no real reason to wind a humbucker asymmetrically. Where that comes from is because somebody unwound a PAF a long time ago and they found out that it was 300 winds off one coil to the other, and therefore that must have been the secret to the whole sound of that pickup, which is a bunch of baloney. It's baloney in the fact that you don't need to worry about it. It's not even a thing. What's not baloney is they were sort of right in the fact that if you vary the coil count, the wind count from pickup, make it asymmetrical, you will lose hum canceling as you do it, but 300 is not enough to lose it. And you also push mid-range to a point, and then it becomes a problem. So there's no real reason to do it. It's like one of those things that you could take the absolutes of the science and say, okay, it's worth doing, but then in real practice, if I blind tested you, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. And so it's kind of one of those. It's kind of one of those pickup of like lore pickup things that people talk about all the time. But the wind count, the closer to the same it gets, the better hum canceling it does get. If you were to put half on one and all on the other, like let's say you have, 5,000 winds on one and 2,500 on the other, that pickup would be noisy. And it would also sound really weird.
Jose said Dylan is still getting used to the season 11 set.
What are you going to do?
Tonius Clay said, for what it's worth, Dylan, JC Squared is worth checking out. Really new band with a couple songs out.
Okay.
The guitar work is okay or like perfect. I don't know what they wanted that sign to mean.
Whoa.
Jose said, and Leslie is trying so hard not to break character laughing. Yeah, no, I don't care.
She doesn't care. She'll laugh.
I will laugh at him.
Laugh at me, laugh at you.
I will laugh if you fall. I will laugh.
Yep.
I will laugh at you. And then I will be laughing so hard I probably can't help you, so don't get hurt in my presence.
Yeah.
I would be crying, not because you're hurt, because I'm laughing.
Yep, that's exactly what the problem is.
Sure.
It's the pillow.
Sure.
That's what we're going with.
Yeah, Dog Dr. Tim said chart on the bag by weight and age is usually what works well to determine his amount needed. I think we're discovering he needs to eat more often.
Yeah.
Like smaller, not spaced apart. He was already eating 3 times a day. I think he needs to eat 4 times a day.
Yeah, so we're going to space it
that.
apart. He's literally running out of food, and when he gets sick, there's nothing in his stomach. Like, he's just
Yeah, there's a name
hungry.
for it. You probably know what it is. I can't remember what it is now, but it's whatever empty stomach syndrome is. It has a term.
Yeah, and apparently these Weimaraners have it, like, especially as puppies, because I don't know why. Probably because they're growing so fast.
No, I think they can have it forever.
Oh, really?
It's just going to be a diva.
Cool. He is...
We won't even be lying when we're like, sorry, we have to go home and feed the dog.
I know. Yeah, but he's up like 5 or 6 pounds in 2 weeks. So
He's going to be big.
He's going to be big.
He's grown also, like not just weight.
Yeah, he's long.
And tall.
Yep. He thinks he's going to be able to get underneath, like race at full speed underneath the coffee table for a long time. He's already starting to bonk his head from time to time. That's not going to last very long. He's not going to be able to... Yeah. He's not going to be able to fit under the coffee table for much longer.
All right, last one because it's 8:59.
Okay.
Rusty Shackelford said, is the number of winds the sole factor for hum canceling on humbuckers, or does mass factor? For example, if you had equal winds with different gauges, would it still hum cancel?
Equal winds with different gauges will still hum cancel. That's what the center punch is. There you go.
Bilious vomiting syndrome. That's what I looked up today. BVS. Bilious? Bilious? I want to say bilious because it's bile, but it might not be pronounced like that as a word. Who knows? Funniest part, Dylan didn't put the glass back on the thingy. He absolutely did. He's holding it. You just can't see it. It's still there. I missed one, so let's squeeze one more in.
Okay.
Travon Logan, he asked it earlier. I'll see it again. He said, are you looking forward to Tonex effects?
Yeah. Yeah, I am. I hope that whole ecosystem continues to build out. I gotta call Chris, my guy at Tonex, and ask him about that, actually. I have a guy at Tonex who sends me stuff, so.
All right. I forgot to put all the stuff up. What time it is?
It is off-topic hour. So you can ask any question you want as long as it doesn't have to do with guitars. If you ask a guitar question after 9 o'clock, it has to be in a super chat. Or you'll get ignored.
And you can come back next week at 8 o'clock.
That's right. We do this just to hang out and get to know y'all and be friends with y'all and let you know what's going on with us, find out what's going on with you, etc. So you can ask anything you want and we'll usually answer it.
Looks like we have a couple off-topic-y things that came in before.
Okay.
I can't read it because I
You put the stuff in.
covered it up. Ivan, off topic, yay or nay on giving out toothbrushes for Halloween, asking for a friend. I mean, unless you're a dentist, I feel like that's really rude.
Yeah. I think your people in your neighborhood would have to know you're a dentist too.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like that's definitely a nay. As a child, I would have been mad.
Yep.
Also, nobody ever asked for tricks, so don't be tricking me by your toothbrush instead of some candy.
Oh, true.
Rough life he's got down there.
Yeah.
Charles, good evening, Leslie and Dylan. Thank you for sharing your evening with us.
Thanks, Charles.
Thanks for being here, Charles. All right, what do we got going on over here? Travon Logan says, favorite Halloween movie. I don't have one.
I don't have one.
I don't like scary movies.
Yeah, I'm not a horror movie person either.
I'm really torn on, there's a movie that just came out that Brianna told me about, and I really do think it's in the genre I like, but it's just a little bit more scary than I think I want it to be.
Oh, really?
But I really want to see it at the same time.
I like psychological thrillers.
That's what this is, but it also just seems a little...
Who's the Shyamalama Ding Dong guy?
M.
Night Shyamalama Ding Dong. I like his movies.
His are really dark sometimes.
Yeah, but I like them because they're...
Well, this is the same guy who played in Split, that series.
Oh.
So it'll be good.
Yeah, because he's a good, creepy movie guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, it looks scary.
But that's about as weird as I like to get. Super psychological weird is cool, but I'm not...
Those are my favorite books, too.
Yeah, but I'm not I don't care about supernatural stuff. I don't want to... Yeah, that stuff's not...
I can't do gore at all. I can't do real-life gore. Like, if they're shooting and fighting, I can't do it.
She doesn't even like the dogs to play.
No, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we all just get along? Let's see. Jose Daniels Amorpi said, if you're a dentist and give out toothbrushes, is that soliciting? I mean, unless you're making them pay for them, probably not.
I don't know. They probably have those little, like, personalized dentist sign. You know, like, everything you get at the dentist has, like, the dentist's name on it. Like,
My dentist doesn't give me nothing for free.
Oh, really? Well, yeah, I suppose. It's on the bill no matter what.
What?
My one...
I don't get anything.
Oh, really?
You got something?
Not at the regular dentist. At the other dentist, I get stuff, though.
Like what?
Pain pill? No, not really.
Wow.
No, he gave me a toothbrush. He gave me a whole bunch of stuff. Actually, I got a whole little care package thing.
Yeah, no, never.
Yep. But that was also the expensive one.
Dog Dr. Tim said, "What is the puppy's name? He looks way cool."
His name is Zayba. Zayba.
Zayba.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mr.
Super chat.
Super chat from Kyle Ketchamonia. Thank you for the super chat, Kyle. He says 11 years sober tonight.
Dude.
It's awesome.
That's awesome.
Now he's moved to a new country and making some goals happen.
That's really cool, man.
Getting new guitars. Oh, maybe Rusty Shackelford said M. Night Shyamalan did split, right? He might have.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, well, then we're talking about all the same thing then.
Mm-hmm.
It's Victoria G said, "Does Reefer Madness the movie musical count? That's campy and fun and makes me think Halloween." I do not know what that is.
Oh, wow.
Reefer Madness. They're like, I was hoping Doc Stiltonen would be in. Van Schenkus who asked that question.
Yep.
Does Doc give out toothbrushes? Maybe that's why he's not here.
I
He's
would've-
giving out toothbrushes.
No, I think he's moose hunting.
He what?
I think he's moose hunting.
Moose hunting. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
It's Victoria G said, "I'd rather any type of movie gore except dental trauma." I get that. Yeah, don't pull a teeth. Don't chop a finger off either. Like those. Ugh.
I have a real thing about breaking of skin. I can't see the skin break. So, a syringe going through the skin, a knife, when they like anything slashy, even swords. Well, maybe swords is not a big deal, but especially when it's close up. Because, like, in a movie, when they put a syringe in somebody, they always show a super close-up of it, like, poking against the skin and then, like, popping through. I can't do that.
But I have to watch every time they stick me.
Do you?
I always watch.
Oh, I never watch. I don't even care. I don't care if you poke me with a needle. Needles do not scare me at all whatsoever. But to watch it, I can't do it.
I want to watch.
I'm
in until they have to wiggle it, and like if they can't do something.
Just a little bit?
Yeah, and then I'm like, well, okay, I can't watch anymore.
Yeah, no.
But if they're good, they never have to do that.
Right. Yeah, no, I've had enough surgeries and I've been in the hospital enough times. I've been poked so many times with needles it doesn't even matter. I don't even care about that. But I can't watch it though. Now shooting stuff like a James Bond movie or something, that doesn't bother me at all. But the skin breaking part is the thing I just can't do.
It's Victoria G said, "Makes sense, but skin heals, teeth don't regenerate."
It's true.
Jose Daniels Morphy said, "For a guy with so many knives, that's kind of funny, to be honest."
It is very funny. Yeah,
Agreed.
no, I get it.
Agreed. Kyle Ketchamonia said he loves gore.
Well,
All the kids like horror, though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So.
And Kyle's into filmmaking and stuff too, so he probably cares.
Different appreciation of things.
A different perspective on that stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to make a film, it's going to be a documentary, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's Victoria G said, "I never watch during blood draws. Doesn't hurt as long as I don't watch."
Yeah, it doesn't even bother me anymore, really. But I think it's just because
Well, they're saying they don't watch and they don't feel it. That's the same thing you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't think it
I mean,
makes
I
it
still feel
different.
it.
I'm just nosy. Just nosy.
I get it.
I only have one arm that can draw blood from, though. I think
Like the drummer from Def Leppard?
I've been, no, like, I've literally been asked to my face, like, did I do drugs when I was younger? Like, literally they can't get blood out of one of my arms.
Really?
And I'm like, no.
Interesting. Like no blood comes out?
Like they can never get a vein and get blood out. And because sometimes they get brave and they're like, oh, I can. I'm like, and then they'll try.
Okay,
And
you
I'm
can't.
like, I told you use the other arm.
Oh.
They can only get blood on my left arm. No, my right arm. Fun fact.
No idea.
I don't know why either, but
Yeah, that's weird.
it is weird. It's also really rude to be told to your face, like, you must have done drugs.
You must have done drugs because we can't get blood out of one of your arms.
Yeah. What does that even mean?
No idea.
I mean, what if I have, like, what's the hardening of the arteries called? Like, atherosclerosis or something. Whatever it is. What if I have just... What if I'm dying and nobody even checks on me? They're like, you must have done drugs.
You must have. You look like a
Yeah, I'm
junkie.
sure. Let's see. Al John said my favorite horror movie was that Nickelback documentary.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Kyle Ketchamonia says, but the gore has to have a good story. I didn't know gore had a good story. Jose said, Jose said, Dylan, you never answered my email regarding the coffee collab.
Oh, man, I forgot all about it. And I want it, so I do want to do something with that, so...
Rusty Shackelford said, I could do needles no problem until a nurse tries to draw blood and kept digging around inside my hand to find a vein. After 30 seconds, I passed out. And about 15 years later, I'm almost okay again. So while we talk about needles, my dad can't do needles. So, I think, I don't know, I was like 10 or 11. I really wanted a second hole in my ear.
Oh, yeah.
And my mom wouldn't let me. And Dad, it was that time when, like, dudes had earrings. Dad wanted to get his ears pierced. And I was like, his ear pierced. And I was like, that's so dumb. But he was going to get it done. And I was like, you're going to pass out. Like, it's a needle. Like, do you know how this works? And he was like, I'm going to do it. And I told Mom, I was like, if he is allowed to get an earring because he passes out and it's going to be dumb, I'm getting my ears pierced. And she was like, fine. So he wanted me to go first because he was scared. So I got both my ears pierced, walked out. That was when the mall still had fountains, you know, before kids started drowning in the mall. Walked outside to the fountain. Sure enough, he's passed out, trying to get his ear pierced. I was like, I told you. I was young, though. I was like, I cannot believe you're going to let him get his ears pierced.
That's funny.
Okay, sorry. No politics.
Yep, we don't do politics here.
It's Victoria G said I had a blood draw, and one of my friends accused me of doing IV drugs when he saw a needle mark. That's funny. I have a scar. I don't even know why. I don't know if it was like from having a kid or what, but
So
I have a needle scar.
I have a weird scar. I won't show you, but I have a scar in the very center of the bottom of my foot because apparently there's something that they had to check there. So when I broke my back in 4 places, and I had to have, I was on the operating table for like 9 hours. And they had to, I have 2 synthetic vertebrae, I have 2 8-inch rods that puts my spine all back together. But the way they did it, and basically I was like 3 degrees of deviation. I was 28 degrees of deviation right here in the center of my spine. And if I went 3 degrees more this way, I would have been paralyzed from the neck down. So they had me all stabilized, and they were constantly checking some stimulus in my feet and my hands and stuff to make sure that I was, as they're operating on me. They like put one of the rods in and then sent me for a CAT scan, like all open and stuff, and then brought me back and did the other side, etc. But the whole time, for 8 hours, every few minutes, this is actually for days, they were poking me in one spot in the foot, and it bled like a bunch. Like for days and days and days, they poked me in the same spot in the foot. So I have a scar that's just a little, I don't know, it's probably a 1/16 of an inch across little scar in the bottom of both of my feet in the very center where they poked me in the same exact spot to check to make sure that I had feeling in my feet still. It was weird.
Jose said we can still totally do it, by the way. Coffee harvest is in January, so might even coordinate a trip to my dad's farm.
Cool. I'm down. I'll shoot you an email.
John owns 6, can't play any. Roddy said, I have scars, needle marks in my arm from donating blood.
Oh, wow. Yep. I don't really scar that bad, but I've had some really bad things happen to me, so I do have mini scars. Just because
I don't know.
skateboarding and mountain
I have a lot of
biking and
scars. I had one on my hand forever. I think it's right there. I think it's still there. But it was here when it happened. But you know, you grow. But I like literally, we were, I don't know what kind of tree it was. It was like a branch off a tree, but they were like little tiny worms that lived under the bark. So you could scrape the bark off and it looked like you had a fancy walking stick. So I wasn't supposed to be using a knife. I was explicitly told not to use a knife. But me and my cousin Anthony were like totally using a knife and scraping the bark off these branches to make walking sticks. And I stuck it straight through my finger and I couldn't get it to stop bleeding. And then he freaked out like, you can't tell anybody you weren't supposed to have a knife. Like he was going to get in trouble. And I remember it was like, we had to go to dinner like right after that. And it was all weird and southern and, you know, like the men could eat and then the kids could eat and then the women could eat. But we all sat at the table and I just had my hand wrapped. It was cold though. So I had like my hand pulled in my sleeve and I had like a paper towel on it. It was just throbbing the whole time. And I'm right-handed and I just had to sit there and like try to eat with my left hand and act like nothing's wrong with me. And it was just like I could feel my heartbeat the whole time. I was like, it was terrible.
I have a scar right here in the webbing of my fingers because I put a screwdriver right through it.
Ooh.
And it bled like crazy. Shot blood all over the place.
So
I got
funny.
all kinds of them. Between mountain biking and road biking and all the other extreme sports crap I did all growing up. Motorcycling, coming off of dirt bikes, whatever. All that. No wonder I'm busted up.
Joey Dano Guitar says I'm covered in scars. Yeah, you paid a lot of money for your scars, I think, Doug.
Yeah, he's...
You got us all beat, Doug.
Yep. Problem with his, a lot of his don't have like super fun stories. They're just like,
No.
fix me up, doc.
Even though Doug has good stories.
He does have
so
good
it's good
stories.
balance, you know.
Yep, it's
Maybe
true.
they're not directly related, but Doug still has some really
The scar
cool
may not be
stories.
the story might not be related to a scar that
Yeah.
he's showing us, but he does have a story no matter what.
Yep.
Yep, it's true. No, that's cool. That's what's fun about meeting all these people. And the Yankees lost the World Series, so that sucks.
Otherwise, he'd be dying right now.
Yeah. Oh, we'd be done already.
Wow.
I don't take some, most stuff super duper serious, but if the Yankees are in the World Series, I'm not missing a game. Last night was poker night, and we have a group text. Hey, you guys want to play poker? And I'm like, I'm out. It's game 5. And they're like, well, we can play at your house so you can watch it. And I'm like, nope.
Somebody even had to come get the poker
Yep,
chip.
the poker chips were here. Somebody had to come get them. I was like, nope, I'm not playing. I'm watching baseball. And it was almost awesome, and then it wasn't.
Kyle Ketchamoni said I stepped on 2 nails as a kid. Jose said I have a cool scar under my eyebrow from bumping into a friend while playing handball. Matthew Altamir said I'm surely pissed at the Yanks right now.
Yeah, stupid stuff too. They blew the game on 2 errors.
Dang, 5th inning got him.
Yep.
I watched that and then I was like, I'm going to bed.
Yep. Yep. I stayed up and watched the whole thing. Sucked.
It's weird like that. Like
his ears gone.
Off.
Yeah. And then, I mean, usually he's like this time of night, and then this is pretty much it for the night. Game gets over at like 11:45. Brianna gets home. But right before Brianna gets home from work, the dogs just go berserk. I mean, like...
I don't even know what was happening. Like, at one point, she was in the room chasing a dog, and I was like...
Yeah, it's because they...
I'm trying to sleep. Like,
the door was not... the door wasn't clicked closed, and they both
that
busted in there.
That must have been you, because I always close it.
Well, I had to come back out to settle him down. Like, he wouldn't go to bed.
That was a different time, right?
Oh, no, that was after that. No, that's right. Yeah, that was after that. Yeah. No,
anyway,
it was a whole drama.
I just remember like hearing something and I like opened my eyes and Brianna's like running around and I'm like, what is she doing? Oh well.
Tomorrow's fountain pen day.
You already said that.
I'm excited.
December 1st is a long ways away.
For what?
For the calendar.
Oh yeah. We got an ink vet calendar, so it's got 25 different inks in it. And we're going to shoot a video every day. But I also got everybody a present today.
Corey's Garden said, got my P90 in the mail today. Will sew my telly up tomorrow and treat the neighbors for the weekend.
Nice. That's cool. Yep, I got you a pen, I got me a pen, and I got Brianna a pen today.
Why not tomorrow?
Because the specials started. The special started at 5 p.m. Because I'm an affiliate for them.
Yep.
So I got an email saying that they were going to start today at 5 p.m. Central Time. I got a pre thing. Yep, and the pen I wanted, I didn't want it to sell out because it's a very sought after pen, and for it to be 20% off, it never happens. So I wanted to make sure that I got it. So, and I'd been saving for it, so that was pretty cool. Yep. So we'll probably have an unboxing sometime next week of one of my Grail pens that I've been wanting.
Cool. Well,
Yep.
It is slow tonight.
That's okay.
It is slow.
My brain is slow.
They probably don't want to like sit here and stare at us.
That's alright.
And you need a cleaning up gin and tonic.
Oh, yeah, I do. There's probably some sticky going on over here.
It would have been sticky when it started, so
Yeah.
it's a good time.
Alright. Well, thanks for hanging out with us tonight, y'all. I don't know if there's going to be a video tomorrow or not. It might not be one until Monday.
Cool.
Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you.
You won't see me next week.
No?